as you can see with me here in video form, the two owners that will be fighting for the championship title, in which will be record setting in either direction, as we have Matt Washon of Caleb Crawdad taking on Lance Batiste of Scott's Tots. Fellas, how are we doing today after some big wins? Matt, you go first, man.
Definitely relieved. Um, that was the most anxiety I've felt in a matchup in a long time. In a long time. Even my matchup with Lance the week before, I mean, I'd already clinched the playoffs. I mean, I obviously wanted to win, but I mean, there was really no anxiety. Yesterday, I mean, I had to kick my family out of the room. I was on the verge of a breakdown. But we're good today.
Yeah, I'm sure. Bring the kids back in for a celebration, man. Lance, how about you, man? Taking on that's Dallas. You were the underdog by. I mean, according to Sleeper, you were the underdog by like 20 something points. How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, honestly. Um, Contrary to Matt, I had no anxiety yesterday, mainly because I think I used it all up in my week in the week before getting into the playoffs. So I was just like, I was kind of happy to be there. So whatever happened, happened. And so yesterday was great. It was just all smiles and happiness. I went to the game with my daughter and I enjoyed it, watching Penix play, and the Falcons finally getting a blowout win, and um, and then my fantasy team getting a blowout win against that's Dallas. I mean, it don't get much better than that.
That's
So,
a that's a great day. Lance had a
hmm
great day yesterday.
I
I
did, I did, I really did,
imagine.
I really did.
I mean, that must have felt great on both directions. Falcons looked, blew out a team they frankly should have blown out, but they did,
We don't
which is,
always do that. We
yeah,
don't
you
always
took
do
care of
that. So
business.
people could say whatever, but we don't do that often. So
Yeah,
yeah,
good
we did.
debut for Penix too. Didn't
It
crack the
was.
bed.
Nope, he did not. He did what he's supposed to do.
All right, so as I mentioned here in the group chat and in this call, I think this is I like stories. I think everyone likes stories, and I think we have a nice story to tell in this championship game. Obviously, I would love to be a part of this one. Heartbreaking loss to Matt, but what we have is a team that has shockingly, Lance never won the title, going for their first, and then a team that's never won back to back, an owner who's never won back to back in Matt. So, um, whoever wins is going to set some sort of, there's going to be history made in our league, which is cool. Lance, I would like to hear from you, man. What would it mean to finally punch the ticket, get the trophy? Names etched in history. What would it mean for you and the Tots?
Honestly, I go back to probably before most of you were, maybe before most of you were born. 1991. I will never forget the image of Michael Jordan holding the trophy and with tears in his eyes. That's the image I get when I think about finally winning this league. And so I think that's what it would mean to me. Or that video of Steve Young when he finally won the Super Bowl, getting his monkey off his back.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the two sports images that come to my mind when I think about finally winning. Otherwise it's Buffalo Bills. Here I am, Jim Kelly.
Yeah, and I'm glad you talked about that because, I went back preseason rankings, right? There was only two of the 10 owners did not have you two in one or two, ranked in one or two.
Okay,
Matt was one of them,
right,
and then Frank was the other.
yeah.
So everyone else had either Matt, Lance in the under. So there was an expectation. Everyone knew that you guys were going to be good teams. Lance, I feel like for years now you've had great rosters. You mentioned Buffalo Bills. Matt, as kind of obviously you're defending champion, got a huge target on your back. You said this morning you feel immense pressure to repeat. You lead the league. You led the league heading into the playoffs in scoring by like almost 300 points. It's absurd. You scored 202 points yesterday in a semifinal match. What's the expectation for you? Obviously, I would imagine it's to win, but how are you feeling heading into this final matchup?
I mean, I feel good. I just came off of a 202 point performance. The week before it was like 198. Week before that it was 305. I mean, this is when we get hot. I've gotten accustomed to this trophy being behind me on all of my work calls, and I don't want it going anywhere. It's
Okay,
right
I was going
there,
to say, do
by
you
the
have
way.
the trophy? Is the
I have
trophy
the
in hand?
trophy.
Okay.
I have the trophy. It looks down on me every day, just smiling, and it's such a great feeling knowing that some of these guys will never ever have this in their house. James.
I was going to say,
James.
who can any names come to mind?
Yeah, 4 of them. Just look at the bottom of the league. Those guys, bro, this thing will never darken the doorstep of their home. But yeah, I mean, I feel good. It's hard not to feel good after that win yesterday. I mean, Devon Achane, it was just the most ridiculous ending to a fantasy football matchup that I've ever had. At least one that this meaningful. So I mean, I feel I'm on cloud 9 right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, it's hard sitting here talking about it. It's so fresh right now. We're recording this the day after, so if this is tough. This is still tough to talk about. Now this is interesting. I'm not sure. I didn't go back and look at it, but this will be the third time you guys face each other. So you guys actually face each other twice in the regular season. So pretty rare, I feel like, to be a third time against any opponent in a matchup. Now this one for the championship. Lance actually beat Matt twice in the regular season, which, I mean, you only had a few losses. So almost all of your losses come from the Tots. Lance, can you give yourself a percent chance of pulling off this win and getting the third victory this season over Matt?
Percent chance? I would
Yeah.
give myself about a 35% chance right now. My matchups are good, but his team is just overwhelming. And so, it's always a challenge, going against Matt's team. But I would give myself about 35% chance. I'm
Okay.
not like, I got pretty decent matchups this week. So I was actually looking at that earlier this morning to see, I think I only have like one or two in the red. And I'm
That's
not too worried about those. And Matt has a few in the red. And so I'm down to just a few things, man. Depending on how I don't like this Christmas Day game. I'm gonna tell you that. Don't like that at all.
It's got to be the weirdest fantasy championship week ever. There's games on Christmas. There's games on Saturday. There's games
Thursday.
on Sunday. It's like all so weird.
Yeah.
Luckily, and I think this is probably why. Well, not probably why. I mean, to be fair, Lance, your team has suffered many injuries, so kudos to you for saying. But heading into this matchup, you suffered there are no further injuries. Both of you guys seem to have your starting core healthy moving into this final week. So that said, Matt, who obviously Josh Allen was kind of a disappointment this past week. Who are you counting on like maybe for like a hero award? Like who are the guys? Name maybe a couple guys that you were like gotta have those 30-40 point type games, and who do you think that can be, and who do you want that to be?
I mean, it's definitely got to be Jamar Chase. Achane is good for 20 a week. Like, that dude is super consistent. Puga had a down game, and then Tyreek Hill's been a bust this year. So he may get bumped. But if Jamar Chase gives me another 30 40 point game, Devon Achane just performs as usual, and Josh Allen, if the game script dictates him to do way more than he did yesterday, then I'm in a good spot.
Lance, how about you?
What's the question again?
Yeah, who are the guys that you need to step up to get the victory? Like, who are the guys that you're looking at, like, and you're going through your lineup, you're like, gotta have a big game from this guy, gotta have a big game from this guy.
Yeah, everybody, bro. Like I'm playing a Matt's team, so I really need everybody to step up.
I know the
I don't
feeling.
even know what I'm gonna do at tight end. Travis Kelsey's just been, bruh, like he's been a letdown. Matt trades me Tony Pollard, and I feel like he plays the first quarter and then gets benched, and so I need those guys to step up, bro.
What do you
I
do? What do you get? You're probably not going to tell us, but what are you thinking about doing at tight end? You gonna start Kelsey?
I don't know yet. Like I have that's pretty. I think I'm gonna decide that as the week goes on. I mean, we're still in week 16. Um,
Yeah.
and so we got a game tonight, and one of my tight ends is playing.
Oh,
I
that's
want
right.
to
You
see
got
him.
Kraft.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
see how he does. And so there's just a lot of different things, man. It's so hard, once you got this team. The good thing is I have enough injuries and enough scrubs to where it's like my decisions are almost made for me, except for at tight end. And I hate that I have so many tight ends where I have to make that decision, but it is what it is. You
Yeah.
know, just got to make it. And I hope, and you said everybody's healthy, but Drake got a hamstring injury. He didn't play
That's
that
right.
last. He didn't play
That's
in the
right.
fourth quarter much, and so if he's not playing, that could be quite the challenge.
I did see. You're right. I did forget about that. I did see where they basically were like, "Hey, if we were still in a competitive game, he would have been out of there." But
Yeah, yeah. I didn't
who
know the
knows if that's
report.
coach speak or not?
Yeah. So,
But yeah. All right. So like you said, we're doing this on the day after. Obviously, we still have a Monday night game. But I mean, heading in, I wanted to get this done. Number one, because it's going to take time to put together and send out there. But number two, like you said, there's so many games this week. I wanted to get this out there ahead of time. Obviously, Caleb Crawdad is going to be favored in this matchup. But Scott's Tots in your own right. You went 199 last week. You went 180 something this week. So your team is capable of putting up big points. What are your predictions, Lance? Starting with you, what's your prediction? Give us what you think may happen. Call a shot or two. What do you think? What do you think is possible? Either give us what's possible, what you think is going to happen. Like, give us a window into this coming week.
I mean, I believe it's going to be high scoring. I think the thing is all of our players have a lot to play for, and so they're all pretty much going to be out there and playing the full game, and know, oh, I'm a little bit hurt, so I can get out. I think they're all going to be in the game as long as the game stays competitive. So I would say, both we both score in the 180s to 190s, and I get a narrow victory over Matt.
Hey, hail to the Tots, Matt. How about you, man? What do you say? You go your last 3 weeks or something like 300 something, 199, 198, and like 202. So does the scoring continue?
Yeah. I mean, respectfully, it's belt to ass this week. I'm gonna put
BTA,
it's
Lance.
it's BTA. You didn't ask me my percentage chance.
Oh, sorry. Go
It's
ahead. Yeah.
it's a 99.99.
Woo!
No way I'm losing three games to the same guy. No chance.
I love the confidence. You should be confident.
I love Lance, and if there was like one guy that I would be less upset about losing this trophy to, it'd probably be him. But this trophy's not going anywhere, dude. And you're about to find out.
99%, Lance. You got any messages? Since y'all two get the last word, any messages to anyone in the league? As we always end these types of things. Lance, we'll start with you. I'll give you Matt. I'll give you the final word. Lance, anything you want to say to anybody? Matt, me, the league, anyone? Tyler.
I feel like Kyler was trying to keep it classy in the chat, but I will say this. I played Kyler 3 times this year. Obviously, I beat him the first time. He got me the second time, but when it mattered the most, I beat him. And the reason why is because my team is better than his in both quality and ingredients. He is Alfredo's Pizza Cafe. I mean, he's Pizza by Alfredo. I'm Alfredo's Pizza Cafe, bro. The deal. So.
He's the hostage that got taken by Michael. Matt, last words. Going for a repeat title. Anything you want to say to anybody on the way out before we say goodbye?
Nope. It's belt to ass this week.
All right. Yep. Well, best of luck. Best of luck to you two. Like I said, history is going to be made in either direction. Jimmy Carter might be a nice little, I don't know, foretelling, I don't know what you want to say, foreshadowing. Love the background. Lance, thank you both for joining. Best of luck to you guys. Good luck, and we'll talk soon. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Not to Matt, though.
Bye. See you, man.